I never thought I'd be one to just drink coffee. I also never thought I'd be the one to get enough caffeine out of coffee to be like, ah yes, I've had my caffeine fix from this one cup of coffee. I'm ready to start the day now. 2 years ago, I would have laughed at myself for saying that. Yield Corps got picked for jury duty once, then unpicked because they had picked too many candidates. We were slightly disappointed. Aww. We want you to help us with actually... Nah, fuck it, don't help us. But, man... I wouldn't mind jury duty so much if it wasn't just... I don't know. For me, it's just like the big thing if I have to drive there and sit there with all these other people around and my decision actually kind of matters a bit. It's just annoying, really, you know? Was looking forward to it, but you just been sat here doing nothing all week. Beats actual work. Ah. Demand welcome back. Dog sick. Just a one-time thing, or is the dog, The power poles are also different. What else is different? Shit's just changing, man. I'm assuming it can still only hold, like, so many connections. Yeah, 1 out of 4. Just the new look. Okay. Well, I'm all suspicious and stuff. What else is different? Man, it's like a whole new game every time. The personal storage crate changed appearance. I missed that. Oh wow, yeah, I did. It's not red anymore. It's Satisfactory orange. Okay. New recipes. I don't think there's new... Are there new recipes? I didn't actually look at the patch notes. It was such a small update today, I figured, oh, it's just like bug fix or so. Nothing new that I've got. Nothing new that I've got. A whole new world filled with new power pylons and a new orange chest. Okay. We need to work on steel today. I got a truck route set up and situated, but it won't actually work because of the way this is sorting. This is gonna be a bit assy. So we'll let the truck route continue, but it needs to be just strictly coal, and then the other one is strictly iron. And I'd like a lot of iron coming in too. So we might also have to amplify the iron production because we need a bunch of steel. I remember that being a huge thing. It's basically like the new iron. So we'll need a new truck station, which involves a few more rotors, which is fine. Did this always have a ladder? Man, now I'm all paranoid that like everything's different. It's just the little things that I'm catching here. The power poles are completely different though. Bit of an obvious one. Modular frames, don't need those. We need to go upstairs. Sweet fuck, can't type on mobile. Man, welcome to my world. I started to get used to the swipe thing, because like if you just like drag around on the lettering, you can do swipe typing. But holy shit, you are at the absolute mercy of autocorrect then. Like, God help you. You can make some really wonky sentences with that though. Like, super duper wonky. And let's get a few more iron sheets too, actually. Don't hugely care about the coal. I guess I'll hang on to it for now. How am I going to handle the... You're getting 30? How are you getting 30 per? Oh, because this guy's full. Right, okay, yeah. How am I gonna handle having 3 truck stops and keeping them all fueled? I guess I just split off the coal from the one truck stop I've already got and bring it over? Alright, sheets. I totally didn't get sheets. Wait, what'd I just grab? Oh, just the bars. Oh. Am I even making sheets anymore? Do we know? Jury duty sounds boring and annoying. Yeah, it's like some countries you have like an obligation to be in the military for a bit. I think Finland has that. I don't know what else does. I'm not sure how common that is. Yeah, plates is what I want. But like some countries have that. America doesn't have that. They entice you with like, you know, paying for college and everything like that. But you do have a obligation to attend jury duty when necessary. Germany used to until a few years ago. Okay. I want to say it's more than just Finland. Like, I think Sweden might also have something like that. The wiki has the point values for items in the awesome sync. Turbo motors are the single best item at 465,056 points. Phew, I'll just get a stack of those going, no problem, eh? Yikes. It even is a turbo motor. That floor is so steep. How steep is it? Pretty fucking steep. Alright, fine. Fine, I'll do it this way. Oh wait, we can't nerd pull up the 4 meter, can we? Maybe I can just... Yeah, just do it kind of normal. Okay. Get me up there. Sweden has a nerfed version of it. If we don't get enough volunteers a year, then you kick in the first one. Ah, okay. I solve jumping problems in a satisfactory way. The only way to do it, really. Jumping puzzles. Not in my factorio. So let's see. Yeah, you're pumping out 30 iron ore per. Should be noted, we can also just overclock these too. So this iron line can't be here. You guys need to both route into another vehicle station truck arena. We can go with there. We need a lift attached to the fuel. I don't know if we can actually go up and over that, so maybe we, for the moment, just come out and around. And then we'll have you, like, just kind of ramp over. How about... better stay too high, just in case I got a vehicle coming this way for whatever reason. And you'll be, yeah, going into there. So the coal is now being split. Between this truck station's fuel and that truck station's fuel, and also this coal is going into the general storage of this truck station because this is actually for transferring coal. So And for now, all the coal's heading this way, but eventually this thing's fuel will be full, and it can start storing coal to be transferred. And then we just need these lines to back out quite a bit. Did my arachnophobia mode turn off? I'm hearing spider sounds. It's on. I was hearing proper spider sounds for a moment. Germany can be forced to participate during elections. See, like, forced voting, like, I damn near think that should be a thing. I don't really want to talk about it, but man, voting's an issue. Okay, so route. You're also being 30 per minute? 60 per minute, okay. So if we were to overclock you, we'd need fancier belts, which... You know what? I'll go ahead and do. Because I think I got the reinforced plates for that. Yeah, just come on through. That's okay. I'll put it into a merger, which we'll stash here. I don't know what you're locking onto, but it's not this. So there you go. And the Mark II belt. Right on in. The other iron mine is just here. That can go on the opposite side then. A pretty easy quick fix. You can be just a standard belt though, because you're impure. You're only being 30 per minute. I have to double your speed for this to really be a thing. So you can be a normal belt. We're not too fussed about that. Look, we'll even get it up on the rock. Look at that. Oh, jeez, this one's so special. Oh, look, it's on this rock, too. You gotta watch out for those graboids. Or gravoids. I'll never remember which one it is. You know what? Sure. Come around the back like that. That works out. So, then we Mark II belt. Right on in. We don't have to worry about the output belt. This thing's not automatically outputting anything anywhere. And okay, we can, I suppose while we're here, I have to overclock what's-its. Ooh, okay, you need to be a bit fancy, I think. I really don't want it clipping through a rock. Grass and stuff, sure, but a rock? Come on, it's still early in the day. We can do this. We can do a right, we can do a proper. Let's make this look nice. Ah. Phew. And 2 of them. 120 per minute this thing's outputting now. Fucking A. That's good. That's really good. I don't, you know, we could probably output the coal mining too. Because I think that's also Mark II belts, right? We gotta grab some more of them overclocking thingies. Because I really want to hit steel like hard and fast, kind of sort of straight away, you know? None of them lightning bastards are back, or fire rather. Oh, you're already at 120 coal per minute. Okay, perfect. Okay, so never mind. I could overclock you, but then I can't really move it fast enough, so there's no point. Okay, very good. So we just need a second car. Is there more iron right there? Da 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 da. There is. There totally is. It's another normal one too. Well, goddamn. I can't usually do a whole lot with that. But that's really good to know. So if anything else, we'd need additional coal. But I think we're shit out of luck with that, because the other nearest coal is the one that I'm already using for general power across everything. I think that's that guy that just flipped. So we'll have to just make do with what we've got and overclock the hell out of the coal that we have currently if we need more. Okay, a car though. Another tractor. You get to start about there. I need to see the marks on this vehicle before I really continue. So we're gonna sit here and wait because I don't know where its beacons are. It's like waiting for the bus. Does anybody see it? Do we even know what direction it comes from? I'm not sure I remember. Impure. Game's hedging pretty badly today. What's up with that? Medium view distance, maybe. That could possibly help it. They arrive from the bus dimension. They just teleport in. I believe it. Oh, man. Show me your path nodes. And good luck and have fun. So now we know where to generally avoid. Oh, right. Fuel it. So, we need you to... You are loading. Are you even working? Oh, you need power. Duh. Okay. And the coal? I think it's just teleporting into this tractor currently. Yeah, it is. Okay, but that seems to be working. So, drive it. We need you to just from here to base, actually. Like, it's not that terrible of a trip. And in fact, I think we'll even have you just forward in and reverse out or so. So, start recording. We'll have it go like real slow, maybe even do a little dance. And then reverse out. Carefully come around. I don't see the other vehicle's path notes, annoyingly. So we'll just go around this way. Watch out for that fat fucking thing. One of these days, it's gonna walk into the vehicle, and it's just gonna punt it across the world. Where am I right now? Where do I need to be going? I don't think that's gonna be okay. I'm completely turned around here. Like, completely turned around. What? Okay, this way. That's where we gotta go. Wow, okay, so... It'll take a little bit of cleanup, but I think we can manage it. We just need to just go back and remove those nodes. And it'll figure it out. It is okay. We might have to watch this a couple times though afterwards and see if it's still still on track. Take that ramp. Yeah, pretty much. Oh boy. Shit, man. I might need to ramp it a bit. I think at this point it might be easier just to redo it. Drive it. Finish recording. Yeah, sure. Okay, start recording. You slowly pull out. Generally follow your friend, but stick a little bit wider. So I can see the other vehicle's path nodes. Wait, I don't even want it to end there. Hold on. We need a different end. This isn't solving any of the problems that we had. We need this to end completely elsewhere. Ugh. I was just thinking like this is still going to get awkward because they're going to collide all the time. We need a, we need another stop for this guy, specifically. So for the moment, just hang out there. And I will quickly grab some more concrete, assign a grid to this whole mess around that area, and we'll put in a ramp. Man, performance is just like not cool today. Second tractor suddenly forgot how to drive. Forgot how to drive. I'm not sure I ever learned. Have you seen my content? Man, let you place nodes manually. I don't know why you can't. Just like you make this stack of like 50 per, and it's just tractor nodes. You assign a color to the node, and you tell the tractor what color to use. Bang, done. And you just manually set them. Because like it doesn't record speed or anything like that at all. It just tells it where to go, and it figures out the speed on its own, which I think is stupid. These things should really store speed. That's the issue that we had last time. Where they'd be going and they just kind of like fly off the edge. Because they didn't know to not haul ass. Okay, so like... You know, actually... Bring the iron and not even over here. Undo this, get rid of it. Longbow, hello, welcome. Man, the hitching is like... It's super bad. 1 second, let me get the performance thing up. Oh yeah, that's just the game. Okay. They're changing something with these updates. Because I'm gonna have steel, like... out here somewhere anyway, so we'll probably end up moving that. I think here's a fine spot. Hey Longbow, how'd the D&D thing go in Discord? The session 0. I forgot to ask before. You were so tired. And this is... yeah, that's a good level for it. Got a couple of characters made up. Good, good. So yeah, it was like mostly just a session 0, getting everything set up and sorted type deal then. Chainsaw. Oh, I'm out of fuel. We can use coal though, right? They're looking almost ready for a campaign start. Ooh. So we're like the second half of the next session then. Well, you really want this thing? Why can't I have a chainsaw running on coal, huh? Fine. Like the next half of the next session or something like that. The second half of the next session will be the actual official campaign start then. Whoops. Just a stack, please. Yeah. Ove, welcome, welcome. What are you doing at this time? Or are you one of the folks working from home nowadays because of the gross sick nasties? That's what I'm calling it. I'm not sponsored by any beers. Free day today. What? Why? What festival is it this time? Why wasn't I told about this? Fucking Germany and their holidays and festivals, man. Something like that. We need this to be, like, large, though. The steel stuff takes so much space. Like, this whole belt, you're gonna need to rise up and fuck out of here, basically. Just zoop, get out of here. Come round, get a bit tainted from the poison. We'll link you back in somewhere over here. Flex-a-day. Using your overtime to have a longer weekend. Ah, so it's like just a personal day off, basically. Effectively. Intriguing. You guys in your, like, overtime and vacation days that you get. Yeah. Paid time off. Ugh. Jeez, you know, why don't we have that stuff? Why don't they have that stuff in America, huh? That's what I don't get. I feel like people would be a lot happier if they could, you know, have time off and get overtime pay and, you know, actual vacation time. I think maybe another row. Okay, and then we can have these truck stations. Need the materials for 2 of those. And we'll have them at the ass here, and we can pipe them in. And this will be the start of the steel factory. But that's not profitable for the employer. Yeah. 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 Oh, also. Oh, only 2. Oh, I got 8. Okay. Yeah, give me those. And I think with those 10 coupons, we can move on to doing, like, proper windowed walls and stuff. Conveyor walls. But first, I would want wall power poles Mark 1. That's 4 of them. What is the double ramp? Oh, it's a ramp on a... It's a ramp on a ramp. Oh, so you can more easily just make a ramp. You don't have to do this weird stair-stepping thing, I think. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Okay. Wall power pose low, definitely. And the orange walls. Bang. Awesome. I hate some of the stuff that's locked behind those. Ugh, it's so terrible. What, you want to have a door into your factory? Ugh, you gotta pay for it. I like the concept, for now it's done really shittily. Super duper not good. That's just more coal. Bit of cabling. And some of the rotors, which we should have a bunch of by now. This thing was kicking ass last I knew. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, truck station A. You don't really link onto anything at all, so we're gonna have to eyeball this. Bring it back a decent bit. And truck station B, and I'm putting them on opposite corners because I don't want the vehicles anywhere near each other. Generally. Okay, we don't have to worry about the fuel because they're not getting fueled here. This is literally just take whatever is loaded. We'll start with Mark II belts. Whatever is loaded. Just come on. I got the window things, right? I did get those. I already forgot. Okay. Just a single window. I'm pretty okay with the alignment, actually. Damn. Good job, me. Right on in. Wait a minute. This one's completely off. Your output needs to be at the window. Okay, well that's fine, but I don't want it so far in. So we'll throw it bit high, innit? Yeah. So this wall conveyor now goes here-ish. Yeah, that's a bit nicer. And these just, they stay empty. They don't need to have anything fancy going on. And one I've used the coal then, and the other one I've used the iron ore. And they get merged together. And we do a whole lot of smelting with it. Hey, J-Sync. How you doing, sir? We already got the one delivering the coal, so I guess... Look out! Yes! Hijacked. Perfect. Okay. Well, since I got both of you here... Clear your path. Actually, you can just Just park here for a moment. We also need to clear your path, because apparently you're drawing a path everywhere. Okay. And you are both set to unload. Unload. Not load. Very important. Unload. Okay. So, you first. Start recording. Just sort of slowly exit. And go for a big turn. Keep left. We're gonna have you be the iron since the iron stuff's off on the left. So we don't even have to deal with crisscrossing on these guys. Alternatively, I have to like go back through and do some sort of a crazy bridge. Just be kind of careful and gentle through here. Real nice and slow. And then just come back. The same way, generally. Not too sure about those little steps there. Might have to put in a ramp for it. Okay. Finish recording. Good luck, thing. So, your turn. If you slowly reverse out, and you get to stop by the coal, which is off to the right somewhere. I don't know exactly where. We'll find it. Can we go around? I think no. Okay. You get to do a little cool spin. Maybe I'm okay with that. I don't know. It's just here. Be very careful reversing toward that cliff, please. On the plus side, you can just go ahead and floor it right off of this thing. Whee! Makes up the time. We can go back and see about editing some of those points, though. Just so you don't, like, completely lose it and slam into the building or something, you know? Okay. Finish recording. Enable autopilot. And we get out. I will meet you over here. You don't think the path will ever work? What about it exactly? The finish there? Or... Yeah, we need you to turn. Ah, that's where you're going up. Okay. So these nodes we delete. Just trim the loop-de-loop. Why is E not accept? Okay, so you basically just do... Dude. You think it's too finicky? I don't know, I think you kind of need to have it finicky like that, don't you? Because otherwise it would just be like, I'm gonna get to this node, and it just hauls ass there. But if I have it at least stop and reverse in a bit, it'll at least definitely be going slowly. Yeah, okay. Well, it nicked a rock, but it figured it out. It's just a matter of, will it get completely hung up anywhere? Oh, I see. You're not even going to bother reversing. You're just going to do a quick spin. All right. Well, that's okay. Okay, so it hits a rock. It seems generally okay. It hits a rock over there, but it's able to reroute pretty easily, it seems. So, ugh. Man. The hitching. I'm okay with it, I think. If you have more than one truck where they smash into each other, they do, and they used to just go flying. Their physics, when two of them automatically collide, is absurd. I don't know if they fixed it or not. But, woo, it was pretty bad. Can we... Nah, I can't select that way out there. I was just gonna be lazy and eyedropper it. So yeah, you need to be really careful of how far away you go and all that. Okay. Maybe we have a door there? And maybe we carry on some form of a path here. That should be on the same grid. I don't think I fucked that up. How about the smaller ramp? That's a bit small. That's the fat one. Okay, that's what we've got then. Fine. Okay. So if we need to get a vehicle around, we still can. I don't know. Just giving myself the option. This will be a doorway whenever I unlock those. You know anything from Factorio, not thinking ahead is going to be a pain later on. Exactly. Although the thing with Satisfactory is like, with Factorio, right, if you know what you're doing, you can plan ahead and generally keep things nice in order and tidy, and you can just expand upon it. In this though, you literally can't. Like, you simply can't. You have to put down stuff and it's garbage and inefficient, but it's all you've got, and when it comes time to get the more efficient stuff, you have to tear it all down and redo it anyway. It's not the best, but it is what it is. Hide path nodes. Because it disables the autopilot when I get in. Hey! Oi! What are you doing? You maniac! Get to your node! Oh, for fuck's sake. Here, get lost out that way. And I've missed this one. We'll grab it next time, maybe. Let's get power. And you know what? We can go for a double-sided wall power. They can go anywhere on the walls. I'm so happy these exist. Like, I'm not sure I can even quite describe how happy I am that these things are in. Can you hear in my voice how excited I am that these are in existence now? I am so happy. They're really good though. The downside is, no, they can't have multiple connections. It's not telling me how many connections they can have. Doesn't tell me how many they can have. Well, maybe we have you go over into a pylon. You can connect to the main grid that way. And then you can still be connected. And you're connected through them this way as well. Well, this end into that end. There we go. You appreciate the passion. That was an awful lot of energy on a Friday morning. Sorry, Longbow. I'll try not to. I'll try to keep my voice down and the excitement down to an absolute minimum. I'm sorry if I frightened anybody with my sudden outburst just then. Master of Deadpan. That's a hell of a title there. I don't know about that. So, you were Cole, right? Yeah, you're Cole. Can I, like, control drag? Oh my god, you can control drag. Oh. Oh, that's good. It looks so cute. But then when I get the machinery up, we can also connect those to that. Yeah, so... Wait a minute. Did I just... I done goofed it. Okay, you know what? You're gonna be a doorway for now. I done goofed it. You're not Cole. Excuse me. Hello? There it goes. Not Cole. Iron. Yeah. Hide path nodes. Beautiful. Oh. Okay. Good, 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 good. And again, good. So, production. The foundry smelts 2 resources into alloy ingots. I'll need a couple of these, I think. I don't know exactly how many, but a couple. There. And there for now. We'll also go with standard conveyor belts and see how that goes. It is what it is. Although I need... Oh, it's a bit awkward the way I've got this, actually. Well, one of you gets to do a cool up and over. Yeah, well. Logistics. The Splitor. Although I could just have it be a mess outside. I'll just do that. It can be a mess outside. Keep the inside looking clean. I'll just have you split and go everywhere back here. Still not exactly sure how to do it. I think we need double walls though, at least. Let's go with that as a starting point. Double wall. And you need to like come around. And then you need to come around. And you need to come around. It's too steep and also can't afford it. We might have to do some like riser shenanigans with it. Shame they're not the original concept of powered walls. Attach a power cable to anything on a foundation connected to that wall automatically gets powered. That's how Fallout 3 does it. And there are walls with 3 windows, yeah. And down the road, you're probably gonna need them. Because you start getting into the stuff where like you need hundreds and hundreds of materials to come in. Like, if you feel adventurous, I've got on my channel the old Satisfactory videos. And towards the end of the streams, like towards the end of the playlist rather, I had just all of my copper and I think also iron going into just one big smelting building type deal. It got pretty fat. Pretty sick nasty, if you know what I mean. If you're catching my words. And then from there we could on the other side then go. I guess that'd work. We need to like shift all of it though. I think that'd work though, actually. Something like that. You need to be the other way around. Oh. These kinds of things can be very aggravating in this. Why do you try to... Okay. Fine. Fine. You know what I'll do? I'll just put the damned lift in here. It's going the wrong way. And we can put you in. Are you going the right way now? No, you're still backwards. You're still backwards. Oh god, okay. Because it's connecting to the window now? It's backwards no matter what way I have it. Okay, fine. Fine. Let's then try Just putting you here. Feeding you very nearly there. Maybe this'll work? Ah. How do you do this? Like, really, how? How does it want me to manage this? There's literally no way. It just doesn't let you. Can I rotate these? Just let me rotate them. I don't... Rotate hologram, snack to guideline. There's no, like... Oh. Oh, this is the shit that made me stop streaming it last time, though. It's just this constant ball ache of the game just not letting me do what I want to do with it. Fine. So we have no riser then. Yeah, 2 of them. That's what I want. Would you just get in? Can I turn on no clip mode? Add a merger. Splitter. Just force the damn thing in. Ram it in there. Okay. You're happy with that. You need to come around. Get in there. Oh. Unbelievable. Is that right? Have we done it? Iron coal? Iron and coal. Oh my god. Ugh. Need to set the window to be an intake first, otherwise it'll have to always be out. Yeah, that's the thing though, like, there's no way to do that really well. I think before I had to cheese it with these conveyor stackables and, like, attach a belt to it or something, because you can kind of draw the way you want it with the belts. And then you remove the belt afterwards or some shitting thing. Oh man, what a pain in the absolute ass. Just give me a button, I push the button, and it just flips it. That's it, it flips it, it flips it. Can you believe it? I can't. I can't believe they haven't done that. You guys are doing steel. Steel ingots. 45 iron and 45 coal per minute. I don't know how much we're actually feeding you currently. Coal should technically be there, because the vehicles should be able to haul plenty fast enough. Iron? Maybe. We'll see. Imagine being able to flip the direction of conveyors when they're already put down. I know, right? Fascinating concept. But bear with me here. I think it could work. I think it'd solve some headaches. Where do we have... Is it just constructor stuff? Now for steel things. Yeah, it is. Okay. We need for steel beams, 4 steel, and pipes just 3 steel. So for the moment... we'll have you just go straight in and see how our ratios are. That totally didn't assign like it said it did. Okay. 45 per, and we set you to beams. You want 60 per. You're also 45 per, of course. Pipes, 30 per. Yeah, it's a weird mix of stuff. But... I think I'm okay with it. how it is. And we can just overclock and underclock stuff to make it work. That, yeah, okay. Hey, Hopsqueak. Have I streamed Factorio before? I did for a brief moment when my internet was super poop. Ah, you encroach. I see. Well, fine, because I'm not redoing all of that. You are steel beams. Okay. Are you working? Yes. It seems like we're not getting in iron quick enough. Okay. Which is weird, because it should be getting in the same rate as this guy. I don't know. Maybe our supply's just not great. No, it's definitely fine. Mark II belts, I guess? I don't know. I can do it. All of them, in fact. Lacking reinforced. But maybe with Mark II belts it'd be a bit better. Because it is 45 and 45 intake it's wanting on each, so the standard belts going only at 60 won't be able to do it. So it kind of needs to be Mark II regardless. Reinforced iron plates? Don't think we're storing anywhere. That seems better. Yeah, now you're doing okay. As long as we get a decent supply of iron coming in, we could maybe even overclock the two of them. There's a bunch of iron coming in. That is kicking ass so far. Don't you need to upgrade to Mark II belts between the splitter and truck depot? Technically, yeah, but wow, carried away. I might overclock. I don't think I'll overclock them enough to be over 60 per minute, but maybe one day. And if I do end up doing that, then I guess we're okay for now. Like, okay ahead of time. Seems good. And then I think it was these guys, we needed like a bunch of steel pipes. I think that was the one that I was always lacking on. Steel beams I don't think were a huge thing. You eventually encase these, like you combine them with concrete, I think, or so, and you make them like encased steel beams or something, which are used for some stuff, but not a whole lot. Might be misremembering though. Cool thing about Factorio is the factory starts to build itself after a while. Yeah, like you actually have to start making the grabber arm things. You kind of have to automate that for one of the sciences. I think it's actually the tier 2 science stuff requires those grabber arms and I don't remember. Inserters and maybe conveyor belts? The rest of all of this should be kicking ass. That's already resupplied. A little bit low on iron rods. A little bit. But I think we knew about that and I was just kind of okay with it. Have also some spare coal. And, boy, throwing some steel beams, that might be an okay one. Not as good as you'd think, actually. I suppose because there's not a whole lot of steps to it. Unlike the modular frames, which are, very complicated in comparison. That was like, what, 1900 per, I think it was? Chunk, chunk, chunk. Oh, okay, just several hundred. Maybe they changed it, I don't know. It seemed like it was consistently 1,000 plus before, though. Oh, good shit. So, with that, we can maybe possibly start some tier 4 research. The Miner Mark II. Yeah, hypertube entrance. You could just like stack these things up. I think like you go with a hypertube support into a tube entrance, into a support, into entrance, into support, into entrance. You just make a Gauss cannon that launches you across the world. With the jetpack or parachute, you can just traverse the whole damned thing. Everybody's doing that. Conveyor belt Mark III is the industrial store. I don't really care about that too much. I love that this exists, but I don't care about it too much. Hypertube, same concept. I think we go for the advanced steel construction, because I don't really care about this guy either. So advanced steel production gets us the new miner. We're making all this stuff. Good deal. Modular frame is 408 points. Yeah, it definitely was more than that before, I think, right? Fairly sure on that. And a bit of concrete. That's not concrete. I feel like it was around 400 last stream. Really? Huh. Little plastic truck is worth 1,552. It wouldn't go in when I tried. Just gummed up the whole works. I wonder how they calculate such a number, though. Modular frame was 882 previously. Haha. Right. Concrete. Which I just grabbed. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Grab me that little bit, too. And these steel pipes, I suppose I'll take a look at. They're not done yet. But may as well grab them while we're out and about. Ooh. The man, don't look. Oh. Everything's fine, the man. Oh, it's actually going pretty quickly. Nice. I will, for the moment, since they are doing well, throw them into a storage container. There's no way I'd be able to connect anything to that. Let's put that down first and figure it out from there. Technically, Mark 1 would be fine, yes, but I'm being lazy. into a storage container. Cool. Yeah, oof, that's slow. But on the plus side, we can get a second one of these going and we can turn out more steel pipes. Yeah, the coupons get more and more expensive as time goes on. Like, they went from being just a few thousand up to tens of thousands pretty quickly, and I assume they get upwards into the millions really fast to where you need to have automated production just going into it automatically and never having to worry about it at all. And just having it passively go on through the hours. Oh yeah, a little slimy dude. Ought to head out and do more hunting for them one of these days. I guess I'll hang on to it too. Sulfur in, iron ore, trash it. The wooden leaves we can just quickly compost quickly. Yeah, I could also just overclock the hell out of it. I don't have many of the slugs though. All my slugs that I currently have are basically inside of the coal production facility for power in the power plants. Just because I didn't have to worry about power for a while. Should check back on that and see how it's doing. And I did look. The little lake thing that's set up at, that is not emptying. It always kind of looked like it was just a bit drained. Which I'm quite happy about. Because if I had to, like, find a new lake for that, oh god. There's no... Oops. No! Damn it. Sometimes if you spam me at the edge of it, you can still reach in there and grab it. Fine. Man, everything is getting just sluggish with this game right now. For a brief moment, it had like blue boxes for these things, like it didn't even load it correctly. What is happening? $120 per minute. Oh, okay. We can make it Mark II. Not that it really matters, but there. Done. And these things, how much are these worth? Like, probably 200 or so each? That's something you can't do in Factorial. You can't slide. That's enough. No. That's just under. That's enough. I want a bullet jump. We'll pretend. Whoosh. 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 Oh, God. Throwing myself into walls. Too accurate.
Milestone reached. Improved miner included to double extraction rates and improve efficiency of new pipelines. A collection of new, more complex parts is now available for crafting. An additional project part can now be constructed. Further progress to the next phase is now possible.
2 miners, yeah, 10 of those encased beams. 20 pipes and 10 modular frames. Right. And progress of the next tier is available because we have the all the stuff needed to automate the production of the space elevator stuff. But we need to scale up my steel a bunch before we can do a whole lot with that. Yeah, that's absolutely gaining right now. So we are okay to overclock those if necessary. I think I would like you to have a second steel pipe thing. I think I need to like double up each of these, honestly. But I think a second constructor first. I think we're okay to split you. Mark II belt, please. Ooh, that's a sound I haven't heard in a long while. We're out of power. Why would it be out of power? I guess these guys use a lot of power, huh? That'd have to be it. No? No, something's dropping. Huh. All right. What the hell's that happening? Perfect. Get up there. Stop. I do not have biofuel generators running. No, they're both on standby. We've been straight coal for a little while now. It's faster, I promise. Just testing out the new tires, wearing them in. That's all that is. Might actually be faster on foot at this point. Maybe the water was draining. It always looked like it did last stream. Because I looked the stream before and it had the exact same appearance, but watch, it'll just be a sand pit now. And then I'll cry. Honestly, I'd probably just boot up Fallout 4 at that point. Shit, man. They're all full and everything. I don't understand. They're all full. You don't have water anymore. Okay, this was kind of an issue when we first did this too. Remember, it took a little while for one of them to realize that they had water because I had a pump like before the splitter or whatever. So like, we'll put a pump in there then. It's like it doesn't seem to transfer the pressure very well through a splitter. Other way around. God damn it. I did it again. In fact, let me just get rid of that one entirely. We'll see what happens if I just put them... here. And then the biofuel generator just to kickstart the whole thing, right? Because there's no way to like hand crank this to get it going. Here's what we'll do. Just so we're all still on the same grid in case there's like some crazy wiring going on with that. Come on. Okay. Fine. We'll have to disconnect everything. Pain in the ass. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the biofuel there. Just once this gets going. Can you pump up this? It's got flow. It's half-ass flow, but it is flow. Nope. Power? Ugh. These poles suck ass. So hard. You have power now. You're connected. You're too weak though now. Have an overclock. Oh god, only just. Hello, Rogue. Probably worth having a single coal generator wired only to the pumps and miners. Ugh, that's a huge waste. I'd rather just biofuel it, honestly. It's got water, the flow rate's going. This guy's... it's got a trickle? It seems to be okay? I don't know how to read this at all. It's losing water currently. There's no flow or anything, apparently. We've lost all flow. I don't understand this at all. How'd you get the water in there in the first place? They're all just losing water. I'll put in another pump. I don't give... I'll put a pump every 2 centimeters if you want it. If that's how you want to play it, I will do that. If I can find where they are. Have another fucking pump. Put on the right way, ideally, though. Like, way down there, how about? In fact, maybe this little starts the whole problem. Maybe we need to do vertical. So like, look here, you shit. You need to be straight for a bit, and then you go vertical. How do I tell you to just go vertical? Basically, that's kind of what I'm after. So I can get a pump down here then. We'll see how that goes. We'll remove the 3 of these pumps now. Because, like, it was just a slight incline where the pump was before. Yeah, the pumps use energy. They have to be wired and everything. That's why I had to overclock that. Production. Water extractor. Way back here. Pipeline. Don't do that. Why? Okay, they were. It had it. It'll do it over there. Why? Just be straight, and then be weird. Why? How do I do this? I don't understand this at all. This is so frustrating. I don't understand this. These build modes do nothing for me. I want it to just come out as far as it can, and when it needs to go vertical, then go vertical. I am so frustrated with this right now. Scroll? I think, like, if you place it, kind of? Maybe. Maybe I can do that. And then up and in, and then now can I put a pump in there? Now I can fit a pipe in here. Okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Good suggestion. Put the chainsaw away. Okay. Where's all this power draw coming from? Everything was just running. Oh my god. We have a pump. The 3 generators. Just make sure that's all completely disconnected up there. Let's redo all the power. Okay. So you're going through. You ought to eventually kick on. It's filling. 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 You're not, though. It's even downhill. I'll make it more downhill. Like, you should still have pressure. Will you be able to manage that? It is not 20 meters high, I think. Running the pipe along the front of the 3 generators, branching off directly to fill port, minimizes the amount of pipe after the split. I might have to do that. I think the split just fucks the whole thing. This guy's happy with its gradual. You're quite happy. You're still happy. It's got amazing flow up here. It seems to be okay. And you're good and full. Okay. It seems to be working now. Build generators at a lower elevation. Yeah, I saw that. There's no way that's happening. Like, fuck no. Absolutely not. Not in this area. I think the issue is the water extractor is producing less water than the coal generators are using. I don't think that's the case. Because this guy's max flow rate is 600 cubic meters per minute, like... Oh, no, it's making why has it got such a high flow rate? Okay, so it can only do 120. Sure. What are we taking in? 50. Yeah, maybe. They're interestingly all sitting at full, though. And it did work for hours. It worked for a very long time. The recent update, I think, whatever they changed, I'm blaming that, because that's the only thing that's happened is an update came out, and now performance is a bit garbage. And now suddenly it's shut down. But it was stable for 6, 7 hours? I don't know exactly. Water usage based on power usage, same as fuel. Right. So as long as they're not all completely starved of water all at the same time and all need to be filled at the exact same time, it should be okay. I don't know. It seems like the way that I had the pipes originally, though, it seemed a bit because it took one of them like a while before it started to finally get sips of water. And even then it was a bit shaky. And I think it was just the weird pressure system going on. All these truck stations I got. Oh my god. Could have a high flow rate in case you overclocked at 300% or whatever. Maybe. Oh yeah, the power lines still need to be set up. Right. I think the only thing up there is the miner. So we could have that come down. Let's continue looping this around. I think the only thing up there was the miner. It's not like we're smelting anything. Valkyrie, hello, welcome. How you doing today? Yeah, that was it. Everything running, everything nice and smooth again. I suppose I should take a look at the biofuel and see if we can safely turn that off, or if it's even running at all. I'd like to think it's not running at all, but... Nah, yeah, it totally is. Put that on standby. And now watch as everything shuts down. Should be alright. Overclock the pump. For now, we're okay. Like I said before, unless we run completely out of water and all the generators at the same time and they all need to be filled up to maximum at the exact same time for whatever reason, I don't know what that reason would be. Unless that has to happen, then we'll be okay. But they should be able to at least get sips of water all at the same time, and it'll be okay. One water pump isn't enough if they all max out 135. Right, but like they're still getting sips of it though, no? And it's been fine. Again, it was fine for hours. Yeah, that's what I thought. Better hide. Northeast of my base is a bigger lake. Is there coal over there though? Because I don't want to have to transfer coal all over the hell. And I don't want to bring a water pipe all the way over to the coal. If you had another brownout, remember to improve the water production. Yeah, I suppose that's what we'll look at next if it happens again. It shouldn't happen again though. There's no reason for it to happen again. So we need... Did I end up getting all these upgraded? Yeah, sort of. You were making steel pipes, I think. Caterium waterfall. Again, though, is there coal anywhere nearby there? Because I don't want to route coal across the road, and I don't want to route water across the road. There needs to be water near the coal, basically, you know? Because I don't want to mess with the tractors. They're awful to deal with. I'm a little bit surprised that those tractors work even. And a Moija. Currently don't care how it works, it's just so we can get this stuff stored while I'm not here. Organization. And Mark II. Okay. So we should be maybe a bit running low on coal, because it seems like the coal isn't happening as quickly as the iron is. Not even entirely sure if both tractors are currently working. Fire the water upwards from the pump and have it rain down onto a collector closer to the generators. There you go. Just a big stream. Why not? What happens if you put water in those transport tubes? Are the tractors working? Hello? Did you run out of fuel? Did you forget to refuel? Why'd you forget to refuel? So the downside of this is I can't really limit the amount of coal that's going into fuel and how much of it is going into storage. I'm kind of at the mercy of just how it alternates. So if we're grabbing up the coal so quickly that it can't, it could be that it's not able to provide enough fuel at all. So it just eventually got down to the point where there's just like a bit of fuel stored. And the guy just ran out because of how it's splitting it all. But I don't know how to sort that. Unless I could tell this guy to only pick up like 2 or 3 stacks of coal at a time. An example. I'm not even sure where the other tractor is. Is it moving over there? Or has it also run out? It looks like it also ran out, but it ran out at the stop. Beanman Tim throwing pennies, thank you very much. Yeah, you're also out of fuel. That's super annoying. The tractors just keep finding ways to be useless. Edit the length of the time the truck is standing on a checkpoint. Well, by just making a bunch of waypoints. Upgrade the coal miner and the conveyors in the production end, excluding the one that loads the stop for the steel production. Upgrade the coal miner and the conveyors in the production end. Right. I've already got the Mark II belt there, though, and it's making 120. I can't do Mark III belts. Am I filling the tracks with... No, just the one station, because there's definitely not enough coal to go around to keep all the stations full. The checkpoints can be edited. The checkpoints can be removed, and that's it. I wasn't able to adjust the time that they exist. Unless I have to push, like, page down or some weird key for that. But we got the miner here on this coal, making 120 per, which is fully saturating a tier 2 belt. I can't really beef this up anymore, and we've got it being split 3 ways. So some of it's going in for storage, some of it's going in for fuel. But I think what happens is if this is splitting up enough that we end up not having enough fuel. Too steep. You were just there. What? You were literally just a belt. What's so steep about that? And you're gonna be wonky, right? Yeah, you're gonna be wonky as hell that way. I think though, yeah, we grab the coal up so quickly that so much of it's going into here and not enough of it's going into the fuel, and the guy like just can't stay fueled that way. How are you so not good at this? What's happening with you? Maybe I gotta redo the splitter. Fuck, man, it's so many little annoying things with this game sometimes. This is the same reason I stopped streaming it before. I just couldn't take it anymore. It just got so irritating. Mark II into the fuel. Because we need to keep the fuel going. The fuel can only hold one stack of coal, so if it gets full, then fine and cool. And yeah, you're not gonna fit. I should have checked that first. So we'll just, yeah, tier 1 belt into that and, yeah, see how that goes. Worst case, then, we're not getting enough coal through for actual usage. But fine. Not Mark II. Right? Is that okay? Maybe you can edit the pause ones. Maybe. I didn't try editing a pause one. Hello, Karen. How are things? Fucking irritating. God damn it. The game's hitching and performing kind of terribly. My power suddenly ran out. My coal's not working right because tractors are garbage. It ain't great. But I think this way might be better. It's putting priority on having fuel for the trucks. On the verge of swimming back to Fallout 4. Absolutely. I can make it another 20 minutes, though. I can do it. We can make it. Fuck, the performance is so bad, though. Like, really. Their recent update, I don't know when it was, but whatever it did, something weird happened with performance. Like, I even got the video stuff set down. My video card and CPU are not even trying right now. At all. The GPU's at 40%, and that's with the NVIDIA encoding going on with OBS. Just to check. He only needs like 7 coal getting here, though. That's a weird thing. It's like a little perfect storm happened, I think, with the tractor fuel. But yeah, and then worst case, we just don't really get enough hauled into this guy, but at least that we can maybe solve by just like finding more coal elsewhere. I think there was another lot of it out that way a bunch. Yeah, that's those two. Yeah, 1,300 out that way. That'd be quite the trip. That's like the Caterium trip. We still need to make one of these days. What am I lacking for Caterium? The wire stuff, right? Maybe I head over to that waterfall area and we take a look at that. You've only seen a little bit of this game, but it looks like a giant pain in the ass. You couldn't be too much further from the truth. It's still early access, which is good and fine, but there's still a lot of quality of life that's missing. Like, I'm also in the experimental build, as you can see in the top left, so even more mistakes and stuff like that are meant to be happening, but I'm having a few of the same issues that I was having the first time I streamed this, where you just can't make things look nice. The conveyor belt routing is hot garbage. The tractors are abysmally bad. It's generally a really cool game, but these issues make it super duper less cool. I was kind of hoping I'd see my power lines. Maybe it's this, I think it's this side actually. In fact, I see it there. Yeah, it was like 100 wires or so. Let's see how it's doing, if it's doing. The trains are good though when you get to them. The trick is getting to them. I was never able to make it far enough. I just wanted to have like this cool separate building factory type thing going on, and the process of making that happen was awful. And then at one point we ran out of oil, and I just couldn't take it anymore. we just stopped. That's where I was at though. We were making computers, like like 1.5 per minute or something, but we were making them. I think they're meant to be pretty slow. I don't remember how to get up there. That looks right. While I'm here. Like, the things that would make this way better for me. If I could have a little more control over the pipes, just a little bit. I kind of like what they're doing with the pipes, but if I can do that with the conveyor belts, awesome. Because the pipes, they could like bend and go every which way and everything. Like, they're fantastic. The belts are hugely limited by that though. Like, what they're willing to and not do is awful. I want to be able to rotate the direction on the fly. I want to be able to just generally rotate the direction of things overall, like the motherfucker, like the lift things. Like, it just kind of decides on its own which direction it wants to be, and then like that's that. You can't really switch it. You have to really game it hard to switch it. They really want you to foundation everything. I kind of am, though. Like, wasn't I smelting this? I thought I was smelting it. Huh. Yeah, with the risers, you gotta game everything. Like, you gotta put down a belt so you can determine the direction, and you gotta put this there to lock into place so you can put it around, and then you can rotate the direction there, and it's this huge, massive pain in the ass just to do a simple thing. And I can't be the only person trying to make a factory like this. Like, that's just, there's no way. Like, does everybody just make one huge, massive building the size of the planet and they just build within there in their own little dome? Is that how they expect people to play it? The sound design's quite okay. They did a good job with the sounds overall. We'll see about overclocking the water thing. Love building arcologies. Define arcologies. And don't say multiple arcology. I will slap you. Separate buildings are not your thing. So just the one big building then is the way you would do it. Always smelt next to the mine and sending it etc. to the base. Yeah, that's what I've been doing this time too. I don't know why I didn't with a Caterium. The first time streaming this, I had a big designated smelting building type thing. Because I wanted just inside the buildings to come a bunch of just ingots that I could use. Like, that's why I've got this over here. It's smelting up all the iron and just sends it off as ingots, and I can split that and do what I want with that. Massive platformed area and build smaller buildings for each thing you make step by step, so each step you make a building for it. Okay, so a little more separate than what I've got, because I've got buildings that generally work with, like, this is the iron building and all that. Within the iron building, like, maybe one floor is nails, the other floor is rods or something like that. But you'd have a separate building for each of that. Conveyor pole with definable direction would be useful, maybe. Yeah, I mean, literally, just give me a key right here. Just like F or anything, really. Just switch direction. Would be amazing. Holy shit. I would love that. It seems so simple to me. Also put a lot of belts on walls. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you kind of have to eventually. Because my first factory thing, I also had that generally foundationed, and it was multiple buildings and everything. Because I wanted to be able to drive around and stuff, but my roads were too narrow and I wasn't able to fit any vehicles at all. But I had... a lot of the conveyor belts were on the stackable poles going alongside the roads and just going from building to building. And the wall conveyor belts guiding everything along. Like, it was a nice busy look to it, and I liked it a lot. But man, if I had to adjust anything, like, you had to just tear everything down. Like, there's no easy way to just, like, sort of change something over a little bit. Which kind of brings you back to Factorio, where Factorio, it's a lot easier to retrofit. Like, yeah, sometimes you have to tear down and just completely move everything. Although I think there is a copy-paste type deal once you get, like, advanced construction or something like that researched. But, like, you only have to do that if you really screwed up and you just need to relocate everywhere. But otherwise, it's generally easier to upgrade and move things and adjust for whatever may need to happen. Yeah, one of them dropped off for a little bit. So they're not just taking little sips. It really wants to fill them all up, like, to maximum at the same time. That's weird to me. Okay. Fine. I'll just take the power from you. Because how much do we need? $61. Okay, not 50. So 61. 77. 90. Okay. Fuck. God. Oh. It's twice now. That's twice. We're not making a habit out of this. Where'd it go? Get the fuck over here. That's twice. I swear, arachnophobia mode is more terrifying. It's more terrifying. Would I ever do the factory in the sky idea? Like, that was the sort of... I wanted to do that because the biome that I was in, like, there was just no scalability to it at all. Because it was just all plants and hills and everything like that. And that'll produce 180. I think that just covers it. Because I'm going to run that down to 60. Round you up to 80. So that's 140 plus, not, no, we need like 230. Ugh, okay. Yeah, you were mega clocked. God, last stream's jump scare, I actually shook after that. Yeah, 240, that ought to be okay. Pop this on, turn everything back on. I'm not actually sure you were needed. We seem to be okay. We're no longer overclocking, so we're not making as much power, but we still have a bit of capacity available. A little more than 100 megawatts. And we should now be able to fuel these constantly, all the time, always, because they're thirsty boys. Seems good. Second pump instead of an overclocked pump. I don't think there's room for a second pump here. Because it can't be back here because it's too shallow. It throws me in air, and this thing's, it's pretty big. Yeah, down the road though, we'll have to relocate that entirely. Gah! There's no water over there. I mean, somebody mentioned to the northwest. Does it drain the pond? No. It looks like it does, but it always looked like this. I had to look back in a different stream because it really looks like it's draining it. But as far as I know, it's not. Northeast. Northwest of the base. There is more water. And then also the waterfall area too. Yeah, it's just a matter of getting coal over there though. The resources are infinite. I feel like they intend for it to be infinite. I don't think they'd ever make it finite because the world isn't randomly generated. It's just, this is the world. And there's no cool way to have like new nodes appear and everything like that, you know? That's why he told me about the lake. Yeah, I get it. I understand. It's just I really didn't think that that'd be an issue, that thing not producing. enough to keep them 100% full. Because I thought it's the type of thing like, right, I'm sending out water, and it splits. It goes in direction 1, and then the next one goes direction 2, the next one goes direction 3, and just do. So all of them are still getting sips of water, and they all still should function. But, I think the reason that wasn't working like I think it was supposed to, well, the way it wasn't the reason it wasn't working because the way that I thought it was working, or so, was because the coal generators don't have enough capacity in them at all. They only held 50 cubic meters, and they were consuming like 60 to 90 or so. So they were going through their entire stash of water per cycle. So they would need to be filled constantly, all the time, always. But then I suppose if I had a fluid buffer before, then maybe it'd be okay. Can contain up to 300, that might technically work. And then it's just a matter of keeping this thing not empty. But, Alright. Yeah, boy, next time. We'll see how I feel. I was quite impatient with the game today. We'll see. Next time is just a matter of, I think we start working on some of the fancier things. Smart plating we can easily make. We've already got that automated, basically. Modular frames need to kick off with the steel beams for the versatile framework. And then is that motors or stators? I think those are stators with cabling for the automated wiring. Kind of a strange one. Oh yeah, it's stators, which require the steel beams and copper wiring. So next up would be getting the space elevator stuff automated, and then we can see about unlocking the next tiers, which will then involve piping oil processing, doing plastics and stuff like that. Imagine setting up an awesome automation system that you're real proud of, then having to tear it down because one of the resources ran out. I mean, that's how Factorio was. Like, you for that, though, typically in Factorio, like, imagine this is a massive map here. You've got, like, you know, this dot here is your iron. You do all the iron mining there, and then you ship it off, and the smelting occurs, like, up here. So what ends up happening is the iron runs out. That's fine. You just strip that out, and you just move the iron mining to wherever it needs to take place, and the smelting could still take place up there. So you just move it, and it's fine. Because Factorio, the world is literally infinite in size. It just gets more dangerous as you go out and you do clear more, but you get plenty of space for everything. So you just mine that instead then. Yeah, and trains, I never mess with trains in Factorio. I have no idea about those. But I guess that's a thing, and people are real fond of trains when they're not dying by them. I hear they're pretty dangerous. But yeah, that's why it's not so bad in Factorio. Like I said before, you only have to tear down everything and redo it if you kind of fucked up. Which the first couple times through you definitely will, because the research things require some really obscure oddities sometimes. Also, the Factorio, as you tier up and stuff, things start to really easy to set up and strip down. Yeah, like the whole thing gets a lot easier to do, basically. Yeah, that's good. This is working good. The fuels are both full, so these just kind of, I mean, that one's restocking right now. But that will eventually fill up, and then we're just feeding in, sadly, only 60 per minute, because that's what this belt is limited to. So the truck is really just delivering at a rate of basically that, which isn't great at all. But for now, just having 2 steel smelty things, it could be okay. It was like, what, 3 per... I think I wanted actually like 45 per, so we're actually shorting it a bit, but nah, well. I'm really not fond of the tractors in this game, like, at all. every time I try to attempt them, it's ass. So I think I just get rid of this and we just have some stupid looking conveyor belt go across the world. I don't know. I don't know what else to do with it. Cool concept, but man, they don't work great. Unless there's some way that I could get a like automate tree growing and cutting and just automate that process, and we just have the trucks run on biofuel then. I don't know what to work on next though. That'll be for next stream though. That would be next Wednesday, so I've got a lot of time to think about it. It could also be that we just go back to Fallout 4. I don't know. I was really curious about this update because of some of the things that they were talking about. I was like, oh cool, maybe there's like a lot of stuff that we can do that's a bit different, but the foundations of the game is still basically the same. The fluid piping and all that's kind of cool. The transfer tubes, I suppose, are kind of neat, but I don't think there's a whole lot of new gameplay that makes me go like, oh fuck yeah, let's pound this out. So I don't know. Would you? And these assholes, I swear, they respawn like every 40 seconds. They never used to respawn this quickly at all. Now they're just everywhere. I have so many alien carapaces. This is... Biters incoming. Man, if only. Even when you're being slow as heck with your typing, you're missing the keys you're aiming for sometimes, and often just forgetting to type words and stuff. Your grammar isn't as clean as it once was. You reckon you need to practice more. Or go on mobile. The autocorrect is super harsh and doesn't really let you mess up. Man, autocorrect on that will absolutely let you mess up, and it'll just, you'll be talking nonsense. You may as well be speaking Lovecraftian. Like, it'll just throw in some weird as fuck words like, oh, you didn't mean trumpet, you meant praxis. Yeah, sure, absolutely. Thanks, phone. Thanks a lot. Like, I'll be sending text to my parents, and it'll... God, the things it recommends. And the prediction, I don't believe it. Like, I use SwiftKey, and I've got it enabled and set to, like, you know, scan my emails and everything like that to figure out generally how I talk and everything, but... I think all it maybe knows is that, hey, he talks sometimes about tech things. He's a tech guy, but tech is a really broad, generic branch of, like, everything. So it really doesn't give it a good idea at all.